What's up, everyone? Keys McNeil. Welcome back to the Keys McNeil Show. I want to thank you all for stopping by and supporting the channel. Today, we're going to simply talk about getting a job in this whole new AI technology thing, right? AI technology is really changing the game with how recruiters and hiring managers of that matter, how they find people and how they filter through hundreds of resumes in a matter of 15, 20 minutes just to get to their top 10 candidates that they want to drill down and talk to, right? There's a lot of new nuances, I'll say, in the job search market. The days of just posting your resume and waiting for someone to call, those days are over. Okay, so some of us who have not been on the market in a while know there's no question that the world is changing now, especially here in the United States with the new administration. You're seeing government workers being laid off. You're seeing a lot of private industry individuals being laid off without notice. And, some of these individuals have been in their jobs 6, 7, 8 years plus. Now they have to get back on the market and find a new job. And it sounds like it's just an easy task, but it's not. For a lot of people, it's just, they've forgotten how to interview. And they've forgotten what an updated resume looks like, But what I want to share with you all is it's going to be okay, right? So what we want to do is now we want to adapt to where things are at present, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is, one, don't panic. Don't panic. I want you to go start to pull out that old resume, add your new job to it, what you were presently doing. If you are still working, great. If you aren't working, add that other job there. I'm also going to tell you to leave your job at present right now. Don't say that you ended in, for example, February 2025. Let's just keep that present for a while. Let's leave that alone, okay? Because many of you were just recently laid off. And I don't want companies trying to decide if they should interview because you're actually not working right now. Because unfortunately, some companies, some recruiters, they won't even call you if they see that your job has already ended. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but that just is a fact. So we want to keep everybody honest and not have to worry about them worrying about that, right? So keep your job as to present, and even if you left that job 3, 4, 5 months ago, let's keep that present for now. That's just one hurdle we don't want to have to cross right now. All of them it's going to be applicable to all of them. I just won't go into the names of these job boards. But when you post your resume to these job boards, what happens is the recruiter, whoever posted the job on their end, for you to allow you to post your resume and apply to these jobs, the recruiter is able to now say, I want AI to help source down candidates. So what does that mean? So that simply means that the AI technology that this job board is incorporated is going to pull out keywords. It's going to look at phrases within your job, within your resume that kind of sound like it could be related to the job. And it's going to play matchmaker. That's really all it's doing. It's going to do it so fast. So now it's going to help the recruiter only look at resumes that, per the AI technology, which is pretty good. I don't think it's foolproof yet. I think they miss a lot, but it's going to give the AI technology a way to just drill it down. And now the recruiter's pretty much getting what they feel like are the top candidates, right? So how do we make it through there, right? So what I want to recommend you do is when you're applying for a job, and I've always recommended this on all my job search recommendations as it pertains to resume, is make sure you're updating your resume to the job you're applying for. And so what that means is you can't just post your business analyst resume if you're interviewing for a project manager job, right? You want to show your project manager skills. You want to show a project manager title, right? You don't want to post a business analyst resume in the project manager role, right? So what I mean by that, same role, same things apply here for AI. This is how you're going to get around the AI or make the AI friendly to your resume, is when you're looking at the job description, for example, using the same cadence, if it's a project manager role, we want to show project manager. We want to show leads analyst, because now AI is going to look at it like these are similar titles, right? So now you went in there. So now if the job description also has these recommended or required skills, I won't say recommended, required skills. And those skills could range from having experience with MS Project, having experience working multiple projects, at least 4 or 5 projects at one time, maintaining those types of projects. We want to have that in our resume. We want to have that in our description. Worked with MS Project, not just in the skills section, but we also want to have that within our resume duties of some of our jobs, because now the AI is going to love that, right? And if it has things like manage 4 or 5 projects, or you may have managed multiple projects, but if the job description is asking you, hey, once someone is required that you've managed at least 5 projects at once, let's update that bullet point in our job, in our resume. Manage 5 projects or more at one time. So now AI is going to love that. So it's going to rank you higher. And these are just things that AI is going to love, going to help you rank, going to help you move over to the recruiter, being recommended to your resume, which in turn is going to do what? We have them reaching out to you to do what? Schedule a phone interview and to do an ongoing interview with the hiring manager, to getting an offer, to moving into your next job, right? Those are the steps that we want, right? So, but the most important part of this is not being afraid of AI technology, but embracing it, right? Is it 100% foolproof in recruiting right now? No. Do I like it in recruiting right now? No. However, you have to adapt to the times and the trends. So this is kind of where we are right now. So I want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and being able to be very competitive as you're looking for that next job, right? So the first thing, just to recap, what we want to do is not panic, okay? To update your resume to the job you're applying for. And an example would be if you're trying to apply for a project manager role and you're a business analyst, update the title of the business to project manager or even junior project manager. Very simple. AI technology is going to love that, all right? But most importantly, it's going to help you rank higher, right? And then always make sure that you are not thinking about if you're a good fit for the job, and just apply for the job. It literally takes you most websites, max 3 minutes to apply for a job. And you should probably have 3 different versions or 4 different versions of your resume. So now when you're applying for a job, you should kind of know that, okay, I'm using this resume. I'm using this resume. So it saves you time, okay? And I'm going to tell you the interview to offer rate, you're going to have to apply for it. You should be applying for at least 10 to 15 jobs a day, right? In addition to having your resume posted on these different career sites, i.e. Monster, Indeed, LinkedIn, you should have, Glassdoor, Career Builder, whatever. You should have your resume on all those sites, right? All right. And you should be applying to at least 10 to 15 opportunities a day. It's work getting work. It's a job getting a job, right? And even whether you're working or not working, if you're looking to get some new opportunities, you should be applying for a minimum 10 to 15 jobs per day. You should have 4 or 5 different versions of your resume. Maybe some people, maybe 3, right? But depending on if you have leadership skills and you're open to saying, hey, I don't have to be in a leadership role. I can be a contributor. So you might have 2 different resumes there. You might have a mid-level type of resume, right? So that's where you get 3. Some of my coaching clients have many as 4 resumes to make sure that they are putting their best foot forward. And sometimes the reason why you want to have these different versions of your resume is because you don't want to scare people off. You don't want to, for example, myself having more than 27 years in talent acquisition, I'm looking at C-suite roles, VP roles, senior director roles, etc. However, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want to be a contributor. Maybe I just want to have a senior recruiter role, right? Now, if I put that leadership resume in front of them, they're going to automatically say, oh, he doesn't want to do that. So I simply change the titles, right? I've done the work, so it's not like I'm embellishing or lying on my resume. I'm just having the recruiter and this AI technology see exactly what they need to see, so I can do what? Get on the phone with them, so then I can do what? Get to the phone interview, get to the in-person interview or video interview, to the offer, right? That's what this is about, getting the offer. If you want to get more offers, you must apply for 10 to 15 jobs a day. And you don't get to decide if you're a fit for that job or not. If it's something that catches your eye and it's kind of in your wheelhouse, just apply, right? Because you're also gaining some advantage as well, as most of these companies have these databases and these what we call applicant tracking systems that are able to house your resume. So even though they may decline you for that position, you're now in that company's database, right? So now another recruiter is looking for something more in line of your experience. Now you automatically pop up, and they didn't have to go to a job board to find you because they found you right in their own repository within their own career ATS system. So that's why I always tell individuals, don't you decide if you're a fit or not. If you're kind of questioning it, just apply. It literally takes you 3 minutes, right? But 10 to 15 applications a day, you must be consistent, right? You have to be consistent. Every Sunday evening, you need to go into all these job centers where you have your resume posted and update the profile. It doesn't mean take it down. It means update the salary. Maybe change a word here in the profile. The system is going to recognize that as a brand new resume, and it's going to move you from probably page 20 at the time. In that 1 week, you went from page 1 or 2 to page 20, because remember, so many people are constantly putting their resume on the system. By the time you get to page 20, you're out of sight. because most recruiters find their candidate within page 1 and page 2. So by you updating this resume every Sunday on these particular job platforms you have it on, it's going to push you back to page 1 and 2, right? So now, in addition to you applying for 10 to 15 jobs a day, it's going to get that phone ringing. It's going to keep you sharp with phone interviews and, and practicing that and doing well with that, which is going to ultimately lead to interviews, in-person interviews or video interviews, which in turn is going to lead to offers, right? So that is what you need to do. Post a resume, apply to 10 to 15 jobs a day, okay? Updating your resume on all these job boards every Sunday. Interview like crazy, get the offer, all right? Hope these tips work out for you. If you can do me a favor, please share this with someone who is actually looking for a job right now in the job market. And we know it's a tight market right now with a lot of people being laid off in different industries, not just Fed, just in general, private industry, people are being laid off. And in some cases, people are just not even being given a notice, right? So please share this with anyone who you feel could probably benefit from this information and kind of help them kind of get back out there looking for a job and improving their job search results, so they can find gainful employment. Along with other videos on my website to talk about career, please drill down, look at those videos. I'm sure they'll definitely help you, because the idea is for you to get more offers so you can get a job. And don't make it just about compensation, right? Those days, don't make it a job about compensation. Your goal right now is to get the offer and get what you're worth. But sometimes you may have to take a lateral. You may even have to take a step back to get employed, to go where you're really trying to go. So don't just make it about compensation. Look at the total benefits. And I'll see you guys on the next video, but please like, share, subscribe to this channel if you found some value in what I shared to you today. But I'll see you all over the top.